Just found out my 28 girlfriend, 30F, of 3 years was planning on ghosting me. So I'm staying at her place and a message pops up on the iPad she left. She's out of town. And it's confirmation of a job that's 6 hours away and the start date is in 2 weeks. There has been no mention of this and literally no issues at all in our relationship. I don't know if I even need advice. I just need to vent and get upset, and just if anyone can help me with what to do. She doesn't know I know. Ask her. I've used jobs in California. I live in Virginia. To negotiate higher salaries with no intention of moving. San Francisco just pays more lol. Well, the adult thing to do would be ask her. Sometimes I apply for jobs just to see what will happen. Fantasizing about better opportunities. Maybe she did the same thing. I would talk to her about it. Communication is everything. Edit just saw the OP's comment about her renting a U-Haul. That doesn't sound good. Sorry to say. Please keep us posted. Damn, that sucks. Please update. Damn dude. I don't know how you kept from not calling her. Is it a remote position? One of two things is happening here. A. There were issues in the relationship. She felt she couldn't work it out with you and is afraid of you reacting badly to her ending things. And you're covering it up in your post to us. B. There's something going on at her end leading her to do this. Only you know which is really happening. Either way, it's a good idea to reach out to a counselor to process this. I think ghosting is a pretty big assumption. Well bro, you have 2 weeks notice to sort out living and make the best of the single life. Just cut the cord and bounce. There is no going back from this one. Where is she out of town and why? Do you think she's taking a vacation before quitting her job? Or is this absence for work? Maybe it's an offer and she doesn't know about it yet or doesn't plan on accepting. Maybe it's remote but she hasn't decided yet? Why are you staying at her place? Too many things we, and you, don't know. Definitely ask her immediately. Are you sure the job is for her? Is it possible she's helping a friend get out of a bad situation? Or something innocent like that? By all means, get your stuff in order and talk to her as soon as she's around. But don't immediately assume the worst, just prepare for it. Why are you staying at her place if she's out of town, and how do you know she was planning on ghosting you? You had zero idea at all that she was looking for another job? I feel like there's gotta be more context to this, as people with no issues at all usually don't keep something like this from their significant other. Talk with her before you jump to any conclusions. Best of luck. Man. If your GF is planning to ghost you, you prepare yourself accordingly. At some point she will start packing her stuff, right? You also keep your stuff ready, or just don't be around when she makes the move. Don't try to contact her afterwards at all. Let her think why you didn't try to stop her or ask about it. Make it easier. No confrontation, arguments, crying or tears. Or you could ask, 3 years to ghost seems like a waste. But if her answer is yes, move on. Communication is key. All relationships aren't perfect, but people can talk. And you are an adult learning experience, and then move on. This may sound dumb, but is it her iPad? Was the message meant for her? Maybe by chance someone else is logged into her iPad and the message was meant for that person? I would not be quick to assume. This sounds too crazy for it to be out of nowhere. Why are you at her place on her iPad while she's out of town?
Update team.
Update me. Mine only advice is to take care of your finances. Change your passwords on everything, and if you have a joint account or something, just take your part. Of the money to be sure. 24F. Literally had something like this happen to me. Went through my ex's. 23M. Phoned because I was certain he was hiding something from me. We'd been living together for 2 years and I got good at noticing when he was lying. I'd never gone through his phone before, but I had been trying to send him future potential apartments for months because our lease was almost up, but he kept claiming he couldn't decide. Didn't like it, needed to save more money. I didn't even look for texts or messages from girls. I went directly to his conversations with his male friends. And surely enough, one of the first conversations was about how he was moving to a certain city. One I had insisted I didn't want to live in for many reasons. In a few weeks, I addressed it to him. He turned it back on me for violating his privacy, making it hard for him to talk about, making him move somewhere he didn't want to. Which was not the case. I just expressed that I wasn't going there. After long hours of fighting, we agreed to visit the city I wanted to move to and the city he wanted to move to and decide from there. We visited mine first, and he agreed to move there, but was reluctant and distant while he was there, and kept insisting we still see his city too. So when we visited his city, I felt like I needed to agree to move there too for the sake of our relationship. Guess where we moved? His city. The one with his friends, family, opportunity, plans, vision, future. I sacrificed mine for him because I felt like I owed him that for some reason. He had all comfort he wanted, the future he wanted, and still had me standing by him even though he was literally about to throw me away without a second glance. Not only that, but leave me homeless and screwed by not communicating his plans with me, which would have probably forced me to move with him, taking the decision away from me completely. Why did I do this? Because I loved him, because he convinced me I made it impossible for him to communicate in the first place. Because I kept telling myself you don't give up on love. That love is a choice. But we make choices every single day that hurt us. And it's what kills us in the end. A couple months in, I was more miserable than I've been in a long time. I was trapped in a relationship that didn't fulfill me. In a city I didn't want, without anyone that I knew. Without any support. Without any potential job offers or plans for the future. Just him. Someone who was literally going to leave me high and dry. Anyone that can do that doesn't respect you enough to communicate with you, and will hurt you in others' ways. And that he did. Moral of the story? Once you have that conversation, don't salvage it if that's an option for you. Move on. You weren't in the original plan. You can't change that. And that was a decision made behind closed doors without your input or influence. When you weren't around, you weren't important enough to be included in her future life plans, and that speaks volumes. You're better than that. No one deserves to be abandoned without explanation. And in the long run, you'll be better off. Imagine this happening 10 years down the line and her running off, breaking up your family without any warning. It happens all the time, and it's people that can do this. What you're experiencing, address it, get your closure, and move on. If you don't now, you're just putting off the inevitable.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.